What's up everyone, I am Toku Tyler, and today I'm going to be talking Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger, Episode 3. And I enjoyed this episode a lot, I really did, because the green and black Ryusoulgers that are in this episode are not what I expected. Especially when they wanted to kill a certain character to get rid of the Minosaur, and it was just... I didn't expect them to be like this, and as of this episode, all I can say is I do not like the Green Ryusoulger at all. I just don't like his personality. I don't like him at all. And I'm sorry if you like him, but I don't. I really don't like him. But I think I'm not alone in that. But anyway, I haven't made up my mind about his brother though. He just doesn't do much in the episode that really gives me an opinion about him. But we will see next time. Hopefully we'll get a better sense of who this character really is and everything. But anyway, let's begin the review, and I apologize if my voice sounds like really quiet and low. That's just how I am. I'm sorry that I'm very like monotone about it and everything. But anyway, on to the review. The episode starts where we left off last time, with the Kishiryu fight defeating the Minosaur from episode 2, and Ui recording the whole fight on her phone and everything. And then we saw, Kurion, like, teleport right behind her, and in this, she's ready to slime Yui to create a Minosaur from Yui. So, afterwards, we see the Ryusoulgers standing outside a cave with Tiramigo. Tiramigo is saying that the blue and pink Kishiryu are inside it, so they found Tiramigo already, and now they have to find the other two that came from their temple. So, they go inside, and just for fun, Ko uses the Chisa soul, or the shrink soul, to shrink down Tiramigo to a smaller size and come into the cave with them, which is pretty cool. And I'm guessing this is where the Kishiryu are going to remain inside this cave and everything. So I think that's where they're going to be and where they're going to come from every time they're summoned. So, and also, I love seeing the Tiramigo suit, just walking around with them. He's really cool. I love it. It's really awesome to have the actual Zord walking around with the actors. It's nice. We see the other two Kishiryu inside, and this is when they are given their names. Asuna names hers Enki Rose. I thought it was Enki Rose with an L, but it's Enki Rose, which is kind of cool. And on the other hand, Melto doesn't seem too keen on connecting with his Kishiryu, Triken, so Triken ignores Melto for a good part of that scene, and Melto doesn't realize that these aren't just weapons for them to use. He says that they were created by their ancestors to be used in the fight against the Druidon and the Minosaurs and everything, but they are living things and shouldn't be talked down to, so he doesn't really understand it like the other two Ryusoulgers do. We then cut to Yui, who seems very tired and out of it. She tells her dad that she was just up all night editing and not to worry about her and anything, until she gets a notification about a Minosaur attacking. She runs out the door to go record the fight, as she usually will be doing in future episodes possibly, just to catch it on video and everything. And this new Minosaur is what I'm calling the Medusa Minosaur, which is a pretty good guess because of what she does in the episode. And she keeps saying the word look. So it seems like the Minosaurs don't really speak that much. And so they're just like animals at this point, and they only have one thing they say based on the human they came from. Basically, Yui wants people's attention to watch her videos, and so the Minosaur wants people to look because of that. So, and at this point you should probably know that Yui is where the Minosaur came from. It's kind of obvious with Kurion like appearing behind her in that moment in the beginning. So just not to, it's kind of obvious at this point. But anyway, the Ryusoulgers transform and fight her, but they soon learn why the Minosaur wants them to look at her. Ko ends up looking straight at her and gets turned to stone. And Melto and Asuna try to fight her without looking, but that proves very difficult to do. So when things look bad, and the Minosaur is about to turn them to stone, someone shines a bright light to distract the Minosaur from attacking. It was in fact the black Ryusoulger using the Shining Soul, which is actually a pretty cool soul in my opinion. I looked that one up a while back and I thought it was kind of cool. I read it as the Glare Soul, but it's the Shining Soul, and it's really cool. This is the moment where we meet the other two Ryusoulgers, Green and Black. Kurion and her army show up to defend the Minosaur from them, but they aren't worried. Green uses the Speed Soul, which is fitting because he's the Speed Knight, and Black uses the Solid Soul, which gives him invulnerability in battle. And they're pretty powerful. They're pretty used to fighting at this point, and it's really cool. They deal with the soldiers pretty quickly and go for the Minosaur, but Tank Joe interferes, and they all get away. Green then transforms back to civilian form and asks Asuna and Melto if they really are Ryusoulgers because they seem way too weak to be Ryusoulgers, and I thought that was kind of rude. But they then see Yui fall to the ground and realize she is who the Minosaur came from. They take her home along with the frozen Ko to help them and see how they can, fix this. Back at Yui's house, Ryuso Black uses the Mist Soul to return Ko back to normal. He finds out these are the two other Ryusoulgers that they've been looking for, and we get to learn their names. Ryuso Black is Banba, and Ryuso Green is Towa, who is also Banba's younger brother. Ko tries to befriend the both of them, but they don't acknowledge him as an equal. They keep saying, "We're not a part of your team, we're not a part of your team." Ko just doesn't listen to them, but I'm just going to say that Towa is kind of a jerk to them, and that's why I don't like him. And Banba just stands there and lets him do it. He should be a better brother by telling him not to act like this to people. And it's so frustrating that Banba just lets him do this all the time. But anyway, they try to think of the Minosaur's weakness, and then Banba tells them that Yui is its weakness. Turns out, if they kill Yui, then the Minosaur will fade away too. And just before Banba strikes Yui with his Ryuso Ken, Ko stops him by grabbing his arm. He tells them that Yui is their friend. Towa says that doesn't matter. Her life compared to thousands of others is nothing. And Ko tells the two of them that they will beat the Minosaur and save Yui's life. And Towa and Banba leave unsure of what Ko said. They don't believe that they can defeat the Minosaur because they're not strong enough and everything. And that's when we see Yui open her eyes, and she heard their entire conversation, and she doesn't want to be a burden. So later on, Asuna looks for her at the house, but Yui's dad tells Asuna that she left, and Asuna is worried that Yui is going to do something regrettable. Afterwards, the Minosaur attacks as it keeps growing and growing. Ko and Melto transform to fight it before things get worse, and then we cut to Asuna, who has tracked Yui to a cliffside area where Yui's going to jump off and kill herself, basically, to get rid of the Minosaur. And if her life can save others, then she will do whatever it takes. And Asuna takes Yui into her arms and tells her that she is her friend and she can't let her go. So it's a really nice moment because Yui feels like everyone else is great. Her dad is very successful at what he does. The Ryusoulgers are so noble and they fight monsters for the good of humanity. She feels like she's the only one who can't do anything right. And I would be lying if I said I've never felt like that before. So it was kind of cool to kind of connect to Yui, which is what I was hoping would happen eventually. So I'm fully on board with Yui as a character. I really like her now. So anyway, after Yui and Asuna have this talk, Yui's energy starts being drained again to the Minosaur, and now the Minosaur is even bigger. It starts freezing anyone who is looking at her, even through their phones and TVs, so there's big monitors that have news stations on that have footage of the monster attacking, and then all these citizens are being frozen because of it, because they're looking at her. So Ko summons Tiramigo into battle and transforms into Kishiryu to fight her. Ko still can't look at the Minosaur without getting frozen, so Asuna arrives and calls Ankyros to join the fight. Melto has trouble because Triken doesn't trust him. Asuna has to call Triken for him, and the Minosaur is almost fully grown at this point. And Towa and Banba find Yui where she fell to the ground after Asuna left her to go fight the Minosaur, and they almost kill her. They say it's game over for Yui, and they are stopped after seeing both Ankyros and Triken jump out of the ground. So Banba and Towa were planning to kill Yui, but after seeing the Kishiryu in person, they decide to give the Ryusoulgers another chance to see what they can do with this power. And also, Banba and Towa didn't know about the others having found their Kishiryu already, so it's kind of cool that they are misjudged the Ryusoulgers, and they want to see what they will do. So they kind of misjudged them, which I kind of found like that was a good moment. When the other Kishiryu join the fight, they struggle to not look at the Minosaur. Melto then steps forward to connect to Triken and make him trust him. Triken understands his words and gets back up and follows Melto's instructions, which allow them to block the Minosaur's Medusa eyes, so she can't turn them into stone anymore. And that plan involved two new Ryu souls, the floating soul, which is really cool, and I love that one. It's almost bird-like. I really like it. And the reverse soul, which is another great one. I love Ryu souls. To create a block of road, a piece of road, to cover the Minosaur's Medusa eyes, so now it's all blocked and everything. Once the Minosaur is dealt with, Ko uses the moment to form Kishiryu 3 Knights. The combination of all three Kishiryu at this point, it's so awesome. With all three Kishiryu combined, they have a better chance of defeating the monster. Also, this is the first time we get to see the other Kishiryu combined, as well as see all three Ryusoulgers in the mech, which is really awesome to see. It's almost like they're behind mirrors from each other, but they can still see each other. It's really cool. With all their powers combined, they destroy the Minosaur with the Kishiryu Final Blade. Again, that's a really cool finisher, and I love the name of it. It's really awesome. So after the fight, after the Minosaur is destroyed and everything, Yui is awake and well at her house, and she's happy to be alive, basically. She hugs her dad and she smiles at the Ryusoulgers. And then we learn that Yui's feelings of needing attention and feeling lonely were what created the Minosaur in the first place. So those were the negative emotions she was feeling when the Minosaur was being created. But she has friends now who will always be there for her. So it's a really nice moment. Again, I really like Yui's character now. She's really fun and really sweet. Also, that the Minosaur's powers to turn people into stone came from Yui's videos being so dull that it's petrifying, which was kind of funny. So Ko is watching the video on her phone, and he kind of like freezes in his chair and falls back. So at least there's some comedy in this episode to kind of balance out all the talk of killing Yui. So at least there was a funny moment. There you go. And we end the episode with Towa and Banba talking about how the other three aren't as bad as they thought. So they actually cut them some slack at this time, and it's almost nice, I think. They also say that they need to find their Kishiryu too. So I was wrong when I said they might have already found them when Yui's dad stumbled upon that temple, like the ruins of a temple. I thought that would be the green and black Kishiryu, or at least one of them. But I was wrong. So that makes better sense because the green Kishiryu toy has already been released, so we're going to get it in the next episode possibly. But these two still don't seem like team players, and we will just have to see what happens in the future, I guess. Maybe they'll get along eventually, hopefully. It might take a while, I don't know, but we'll see. So far I don't hate Banba, but Towa is definitely a problem for me. I cannot stand him right now. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of future videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.